2:30 p.m. on July 2nd, 2020, and welcome to the weather update. It is a hot day out there, a very hot day. But before I get to the heat, uh, here is let's take a look at the summary from the storm reports from yesterday. Okay, so here are the storm reports from yesterday. Flash flood in Harrison in New Jersey. Multiple water rescues on Rogers Boulevard South. Flash flood in Newark and Essex. Route 21 closed. Hail, 1-inch hail in New London, Connecticut. Lightning damage in Weston. Wires struck by lightning in New London. Hail in Upton, Suffolk County. 1-inch hail. In Ronkonkoma, lightning struck a tree and damaged a small section of a fence. And this was 6:10 p.m. The time is listed here. Dorland in Orange County, you might hear them banging down there. There was lightning there, struck a house on Fox Hill Road in Warwick, and then a lightning strike to a power pole in Danbury. So some pretty significant storms today. We are not going to see that. Today we're just going to be dealing with the heat. So let's take a look at some, and you can see it's 90 in Central Park, and it's around 90 in most areas on the island. Upper 80s to around 90, except on the South Shore where it looks like it's in the mid 80s down there. And right at the beaches it's around 80 degrees, and it'll probably be dropping to the 70s. There probably will be a sea breeze, but probably not going to feel it in the middle of the island where it's near 90. If we put the dew points in here, see dew points are in the mid 60s. And upper 60s, and some areas are even a little more humid. Some areas are reporting dew point near 70 degrees. Pretty hot out there. Hudson Valley even warmer. They got low 90s. Yes, and New Jersey looks like they're in the mid 90s. 93 at Newark. Let's see Toms River. Oddly enough, it's not quite as hot in Toms River. It's 88 over there in Toms River. It looks like there is a sea breeze actually once again developing along the coastal sections of Toms River there. 80 right at in the eastern part of Toms River, so it's actually cooler there. Go figure. I don't know. Sometimes they get a sea breeze there. The conditions are right, I guess. So we can look at this site too. 89 at Farmingdale, so it's quite hot. Dew point 63. Dew point's not that high, so the humidity is not quite as bad, but and we'll look at the official observation for Toms River as well here. So let's take a look at that. Now Mount Holly's got 90, but 87 at Toms River, so it's actually a little cooler there. Figure dew point 65. That's really weird. It's cooler in Toms River than it is in Farmingdale, which is not something that occurs that often. You can see some isolated showers that are over. Looks like Orange County and Rockland County. Trying to concentrate while they bang away. Let's see what we got here. So 87. So it's like yeah. If we go over here, you see that temperatures are around 90 in the middle of the island, upper 80s to around 90. But if you go to the South Shore, you got low to mid 80s, and there'll probably be a little more of a sea breeze developing by later on today. And if you're at the beaches, looks like now it's 70. Looks like they got upper 70s there at Ocean Beach, Oak Beach, not Ocean Beach. 70. Fire Island. Looks like upper 70s. South Shore, Suffolk County, low 80s. So obviously the worst the heat's in the middle of the island on the North Shore. So let's take a look to see what's going to be happening here for the next couple of days. So we'll just keep an eye on the surface in this one. Well, we'll look at the upper air and then we'll go to the surface. I'll leave it alone. It's hard to concentrate because it's very noisy in here. This mic may not even be picking it up, but man, just unbelievable. So there's that cutoff low moving away. I don't want to have to go out in the heat, but it's getting annoying. So you see that huge ridge that's starting to build here. All right, tomorrow, and then we see that little bit of that's that little backdoor front trying to come through for Saturday, but then the ridge builds once again, and then we're dealing with this ridge next week. So I see the later part of next week, and that's when we're going to start seeing the heat. Um, and it doesn't look like there's really going to be much relief once this ridge gets going. We're going to be dealing with it for quite some time, unfortunately. You can see it's kind of just going to be sitting there and sitting there. And that means we're going to be dealing with some heat. So let's take a closer look. You see what the ridge means. So now let's go and take a look at the surface and see how this is going to impact our temperatures. Before we do that, though, let me go look at the NAM 12 kilometer, and we'll just take a look at our chances for precipitation the next couple of days. So we have that slight chance of a shower tonight. I don't think we're going to see much on Long Island. Tomorrow, with that backdoor front, there could be some storms, and that would be late tomorrow afternoon. Looks like it has some storms over Suffolk County. I'm not using the highest resolution on this. Just give you a general idea. There could be some storms with that, and we're dry Saturday, and that's as far out as I've got. But the whole weekend looks dry after that. Okay, so let's. We can actually use this for the temperatures, and then after this range of this model, I'll shift over to the GFS. So because this does have a higher resolution than the GFS, so you can see the heat in Jersey. It has it very hot tomorrow in Jersey, well into the 90s, but you can see the backdoor front starting to affect Long Island, keeping us hopefully in the 80s when we don't hit 90. And then for Saturday, look at that, much better conditions, temperatures in the upper 70s and low 80s, much more comfortable. But then by Sunday, we start seeing things heat up again into the mid and upper 80s. And we can also look at the dew point. You'll also see the effects of that backdoor cold front on the dew point as well. So we got the humidity today, tomorrow, but then look what happens. So tomorrow there won't be a sea breeze at all. But what winds up happening is here comes the backdoor front wind shift off to the northeast. Dew points drop a little bit, not tremendously, and then they come back on Sunday, I meant. Or we can look at the GFS of this similar idea with this backdoor front, that it will drop the dew point some, but it won't be that dry. And then here comes the humidity for most of next week. Non-stop, real humid conditions. This is Thursday. Dew points near 70. Southwest winds, you can clearly see that. Here comes a front, but it stalls out, doesn't make it through. Well, this is next weekend. We're just stuck in it. Just stuck in it, folks. No relief from the humidity. Let's take a look at the temperatures. So you can see things start to heat up on Monday. We're already near 90 in New Jersey, actually over 90 in parts of Long Island. Tuesday, going to be upper 80s, probably low 90s in Jersey. Similar for Wednesday. Thursday, we start seeing things really heat up, especially in Jersey. It looks like there will be enough of a sea breeze on the island to keep us from getting too far into the 90s. But Jersey, you're going well into the 90s. Same thing for Friday. Here's Saturday, maybe a little lower. And then it looks like cooler conditions on those days. I have a feeling that's going to be accompanied by some rain. And then right after that, boom, back into the 90s again, some really serious heat. Once again, mainly in Jersey. And of course, that last day is getting close to 100, of course, but that's a ways away. So let's take a look at our skies. We do have plenty of sun today, though it is sort of a hazy sunshine out there, and it's hot out there too. Here's Friday, got more clouds tomorrow. Saturday we might get rid of the clouds in the afternoon, hopefully have a clear sky and comfortable conditions. Sunday, we'll see what happens with that day. It's really hard to say what days are going to be sunny and what days are not. I mean, you're not going to get nice skies in this pattern. Generally speaking, you're not. And that's far away. Now it looks like that is some kind of tropical system there on the 14th. So if we pull this out to yeah, it looks like it has. Of course, this is over 10 days away, and the legitimacy of the model that far out is pretty much a joke. So I'm not going to take it seriously, obviously. And even if this does form, it's moving away from us, so it's not going to be an issue. Let's go take a look at the NAM 3 kilometer. You know, and you can see there's that that front that could cause some that backdoor front. But let's take a look at the sky conditions and see how this handles the sky conditions for tomorrow. So, sky conditions for tomorrow have clouds, and then Saturday it's really going to be hard to get rid of the clouds. Hopefully, maybe by the afternoon we can get rid of some of them. Um, just because of that front, just that front being in close proximity to the area. You know what I'm saying? Let's look at the H triple R as well. 12Z H triple R. These are all 12Z models we're looking at today, for the most part. So we can look at the H triple R and see what it does. Definitely develop some thunderstorms tomorrow, and I honestly think tomorrow we could see some strong to severe thunderstorms with that backdoor front. Perhaps looks like right around 4 or 5 o'clock it's developing something. So I guess lastly we'll go look at the Ventus sky and look at the Cape levels and SPC. So let's go to SP. So let's go to the thunderstorm risk for tomorrow, Friday. All right, this is 2 o'clock Friday. Very slow here. All right, it's 2 o'clock. Let's go later. 5 o'clock. Okay, you can see there's the elevated Cape right there. So, but it looks like it's mostly to the west of us, and you clearly see that east wind coming in. That would help stabilize things. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see something. Every day it seems like we've been having some thunderstorms. Let me go to Storm Prediction Center. Marginal risk for tomorrow. Okay, so I'll have to keep an eye on it. It's marginal risk. So that's going to wrap up this weather update. I got to try to get out of here. I have to go in the heat, but the noise in here is really... You may not be able to hear it, but it's just banging and banging and banging. It's driving me nuts. Take care, everybody.